So I was saying that previously we applied tremendous amounts of compost early on, kind of lower grade commercial compost, but lately we've gotten into making our own compost. This is for probably the last half a dozen, 8 years or something, we've been making our own compost. So I'm going to kind of now start talking about compost manufacturing before we get out into the field. So the compost is made out, everything I'm going to talk about today kind of has to be taken in context of our field and our agricultural practices. Every field is different and requires different fertility practices, of course. So this field, having had lots of compost applied to it, was in a very nitrogen-rich state, a very elevated nitrogen-potassium kind of scenario, and instead needs elevation of things like carbon and calcium and silica. So those are three of the big ones, also magnesium. And so the composts are specifically blended to meet the needs of this field. So I'm going to talk about the recipes of this compost here and how we do that. But, you know, your fields might be in different conditions and might not need this level of carbon treatment, for instance. Okay, so that being said, what we do is we basically haul in raw materials. So you can see that this is a relatively easy area. Obviously, we're in limited space, so everything's packed in. But the trucks can pull in easily here, and we pile in raw materials. So the raw materials are, this is wood chip. So the raw materials, wood chip, leaf. This comes in from landscapers around here, and it's a chopped leaf from their sucking machine, so it kind of chops it up as they gather it up. And we have tremendous piles right up the road, so we actually haul more in. You know, this is all in various states of use and whatnot. But we get a lot of leaf in, a lot of wood chip in. Those are the two main carbon sources.
How old are the leaves?
Those leaves are, that particular leaf pile we've been hauling is more than 1 year old, but generally they'll come in the fall, and then we use them all through the course of the season. The leaf is also a mulch material. However, I'll show you that in the field. We'll just talk about composting for now. So leaf, wood chip, very high carbon materials, and sawdust, even higher carbon material over here. This we backhaul from a wood coffin manufacturer in Willimantic. As we're delivering down there, we backhaul out the sawdust. And so those are the main carbon inputs. And we use a lot of carbon in the manufacture of the compost. This here is another raw ingredient, and we're a little low on it, but this is the quarry dust from, this came actually out of Tilcon. So this is ground up trap rock. You know, I think you guys are probably all familiar with it. So this is a clay-like material, you know, the rock underneath us ground up.
What's the predominant mineral in it?
The predominant mineral in here, let's see, I do have a quarry analysis from it. It's high in iron.
What is that?
Oh yeah, silica, yeah, it would be highest in silica, yeah. And that's primarily what I use it for, is the silica material, along with its clay grind. It's so, you know, this stuff is, as they crush the rock, the stone, it is, you guys are more than willing, well, you know, you can look through it if you want. As they crush the stone, you know, the very end product is the dusts, which
do they sell it to you? Or
yes, this is purchased. Most of these other materials are free. Obviously, I have to pay for hauling or whatnot, but this material is incredibly inexpensive. I think it's on the order of about $3 a ton, but of course we do pay for a truck. And so when they crush, they wash the stone, and they end up with a very fine rock dust. So what it is a fresh mineral release of the native rock that's underneath us. So it releases, you know, being freshly ground like that has a lot of minerals that the soil here is very used to.